So we're about ready to start day 7 of our trip, and this is what I'm looking like so far. I've managed to stay in shape by lowering my calorie intake, doing a ton of hiking, and a quick 20-minute workout with weights before we leave the cabin each morning. I've been lifting luggage and doing push-ups and sit-ups and just anything I can think of to do in this tiny little space. Still feeling good and not getting fat yet after 1 week. Shannon is pretty tired, but she's hanging in there. We've been doing a ton of hiking. I pushed her in the wheelchair yesterday to try and alleviate some of the pressure, and I've also been doing quite a bit of driving so that she can get some extra sleep while we're driving from place to place. So all just little tips to try and keep yourself going. If you want to get this place done in 3 days, you really got to push it. So if you want to take your time and relax and not completely wear yourself out, I'm guessing it's probably going to take like 5 days if you want to see everything at Yellowstone. So anyway, that's where we're at right now, and looking forward to another day of adventure. Alright, so we're at the Shoshone Lodge now, getting ready to embark on our horseback riding trip. They've got all sorts of cool little buildings around here. It almost feels like you're in an Old West town. And then of course, tons and tons of horses. Apparently we're going on this trip with, it's just going to be us and 2 other guests, and then the ranch hands. So I can't wait to get started.
Here we are, riding the horses. I'm on my horse. Just keeps getting its head up in Wes's horse's butt. I'm taping, honey. Yeah, say hi.
Hi.
We're gonna go for a nice ride. This is gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful countryside. Go! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on!
You alright?
Yep! I just slowed down a little bit. I caught up. I'm here. Yep, I'm here. We just slowed down a little bit when I started taping. Oh. Wow. This is gorgeous. Look at the view. It's gorgeous up here. What's going on? Had a big turn. We're good now. Some rocks to step over. Look at that. Look at that. That's amazing. Beautiful scenery. My goodness. Oh, it's amazing. So much fun. So much beauty. We're up on this hill cliff going on this little tiny pathway. These horses are doing really good. Horse keeps trying to go faster and I keep putting down the camera when it does that. Footage is going to be a little bit bumpy, but gonna get some good stuff. All right, for a little bit till a little bit later. There's Les back there, riding Bernie. And I'm riding Danny. Beautiful view up here. Gorgeous up here. You having fun?
Heck yeah, I am. Every day and be a pretty happy guy.
Oh yeah, I could do this every day. My crotch wouldn't love me, but I'd love me. Oh, spectacular. So amazing. Can't say wow and amazing and beautiful enough here. Watch your knee on that tree. Oh. And those. Oh, oh. Oh, this is fun. Going downhill a little bit.
We're going to go down a little hill. Just lean back and lean forward going up the other side. The horses do it all the time.
Is this the oh god?
Just got done with a pretty steep one, and I was squealing a little bit all the way down and a little bit on the up too, but I made it. Sorry I didn't tape that for you. It would have been an entertainment for sure, but I wanted to have both hands on the saddle. Man. Whew. Around. Oh, there we go. Ooh, coming up around here, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful scenery.
I understand.
gorgeous. The view is amazing right here. Holy cow. Bear tracks and some bear digging marks around here. Haven't seen no bears though, but they've been saying that they have seen bears out here lately. A mama with some cubs. I haven't seen any major wildlife out here other than us, but the views are spectacular. Can't beat this right here. This is wow. We're pretty high up there and it is amazing. Very windy. That view. That is spectacular up there. Holy moly. Some more bear tracks?
Bear tracks right there.
Oh, bear tracks down there.
That way. That's not the bear.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Oh yeah, I see them. I don't know if they're showing up on camera, but I see them. Yeah, they're going the opposite direction.
Right up there when we come down.
Also looks like there's horse tracks going the opposite direction too. Oh my goodness. This is beautiful. Wow. Just wow. Look at the foliage. Beautiful. Oh, Yeah, they are. Beautiful colors. The view behind you is gorgeous too.
Yeah, they're looking for drugs and stuff like that.
You got it?
Yep, everything was holding on to it.
Gotta hold on to your hat. And we're coming to the end of our ride. And boy, was that a magnificent ride. That was so much fun. Whew. Definitely would do it again. I'm glad we picked the 2 hour for sure. That was great. Isn't that great?
Oh yeah. Might have been the best thing on the trip so far. I gotta get one more. So we just got done with our horseback ride at Shoshone Lodge, and I gotta say, it was freaking incredible. It's $65 a person, that's including tax, and totally worth it. It's a 2 hour ride, and I mean, based on the footage you saw going up the side of the mountain, it was absolutely amazing. That might actually be the highlight of the trip for me. I've wanted to get photos of me in my Clint Eastwood outfit on the back of a horse ever since I can remember, and I scratched that off my bucket list today. So that's pretty awesome. Me and Shan were also talking about other tips and tricks for Yellowstone that we forgot to mention in our video yesterday. Number one is there is no internet in the park. None. We haven't been able to make phone calls, use
GPS
MapQuest,
doesn't work,
no
nothing.
GPS, no nothing. So you certainly want to be extra careful because you're not going to be able to call for help. You're going to have to flag somebody down, and then they're going to have to go to the nearest visitor center or whatever to, you know, get a ranger to come and help you. So if you get in trouble, you could potentially be in an exponential amount of trouble if you can't call for help. Another thing is you're going to want to get a map at one of the visitor centers on your way into the park so that you know where everything is and so that you don't get lost. They do have very well marked signs in the park. So if you have a road map with you, it's pretty easy to get from one place to another. If you don't, you're in an awful lot of trouble. So make sure you get a map. Shan and I ended up getting several for handicapped stuff and for regular stuff. So yeah, I would recommend the same. Handicapped stuff, Mammoth Falls was fairly accessible. There were some stairs and things like that, so if you've got a wheelchair, you're going to have to hobble down those stairs if you want to do the whole thing.
Or you can park down at the bottom and do the shorter hike for the handicap accessible people, but you're not going to see everything.
And that was the second part that we did on the video, where we saw the elk and stuff. That part was pretty easy to get to via wheelchair. We also did pretty much the entire hike at Old Faithful yesterday.
With a wheelchair, and that was doable.
Yeah, there were some bumps in the asphalt from where it had cracked and stuff, whereas it was a little difficult to get the wheelchair over those. So if you're somebody that doesn't have a person to assist you and you're in, you know, an electric mobile wheelchair or something, you could potentially have problems there. But all the boardwalks were really easy to get around.
Mud Volcano area was probably pretty accessible with wheelchair.
Yeah.
That was pretty easy. The other one, Norris,
Yeah.
that one is partially wheelchair
You
accessible.
could probably see 80% of Norris if you're in a wheelchair. A couple of other places too. Where was that place we went yesterday? The Biscuit Basin?
Biscuit Basin?
Yeah. You could do that in a wheelchair. You couldn't go up to the waterfall, the Mystic Falls where we went, but you could do the entire regular trail because it's all boardwalk.
It's all boardwalk. You could do that one.
So yeah, if you are a handicapped person, I would highly recommend you getting one of the
Handicap
it's a
booklets.
handicap guide. You have to return it at the end of the trip.
Yeah, you get it at the entrance. You ask the person where you pay to get into the park in your car. You ask them for it, and they'll give you a booklet that you return at the end of the day in the park, and it'll show you where you can go with handicap and the best paths and stuff.
Next issue, firearms. I hadn't talked about this earlier. For those of you that have taken any of your concealed handgun courses or whatever, they'll tell you that you can't carry on federally owned property. This is federally owned property, so I was under the impression that I was not going to be able to carry my gun in the park. However, we stopped at the visitor center and got a guide, and it says yes, you can carry firearms in the park, which I actually like because, you know, if you get attacked by something, you've got a way to at least try and defend yourself.
It's mostly going to be used to scare away the animal by shooting it like up in the air, though you don't want to shoot at animals if at all possible. In fact, you don't want to have to shoot at all if at all possible. This is a last resort kind of thing. Last resort, shoot to scare them with noise, and even for more last resort, shoot the animal to kill. So you want to, you know, go in not using that as a, you know, first defense of it. You know, be safe first and foremost.
Yeah, the guidebook says you can carry a firearm in the park, but a discharge of that firearm is strictly prohibited. So if you're going to pull the trigger, you better make damn sure that you've got a really good reason to do it, or you're going to find yourself in a heap of trouble. The folks at the lodge that we're staying at, Creekside, the lady there is packing a 9mm Springfield Hellcat, and she said that she does not feel comfortable with that stopping
a bear or any other kind of large animal. She said that she just has it to scare them.
Yes, use the noise to scare.
She recommends the bear spray.
Yes.
She thinks that that's a much better tool for defense, and that's being sold all over the park here. However, it's $60.
Yes, it's pretty spendy.
You can buy one on Amazon for $20. So that might be something to invest in before you come out.
Before you come out here, yes. It'll be much cheaper.
The gentleman at the lodge is packing a .44 Magnum, and apparently that will stop a bear. So if you're planning on packing something here, it should probably be a larger caliber handgun, just to be on the safe end.
I would suggest only bringing a gun for the noise if you're going to bring it, not to kill, because really you don't want to kill an animal, because even if it's going to kill you and you kill it, that's even more trouble. I mean, all the things. Shooting's is big trouble. Killing animals is big trouble. So
Yeah.
this is life or death only. So
all things to consider before taking a gun to the park. I've got my Glock with me right now.
honestly, you want to stay away from animals. This is not a petting zoo. Do not go and try to pet the bison. Do not go up to the wild animals. They may look friendly, they may look like they get along with humans and they're not scared of humans, but just one wrong thing and you're done. And they have a lot of problems with people doing this in the park.
Yep, we've seen a lot of people do a lot of stupid stuff while we're here. In fact, we got some of it on camera yesterday.
And it's not right to do. A lot of people get hurt. I mean, it's probably one of the biggest injuries in here is being injured by animals. The second is getting injured by going off the pathways and touching the hot water. The water in the geysers and the pools are a lot hotter than you think.
It can kill you.
It can kill you. It will scald your hand. You cannot go in it.
It's going to be 160 degrees minimum.
Yeah, minimum 160 degrees, up to like 250 and sometimes more. It's bad. You will die if you jump into one of these pools. If somebody falls in, you don't want to go in after them to save them because you will die too. It's horrible to have to think of letting somebody go, but that's just the way it is. Just stay on the paths and be smart, and you won't have to worry about it. Anything else?
I was going to say something else about that. Yeah, the things that you're going to see here make it feel like it's a theme park, and a lot of people are getting caught up in that, I think, because what you see here, it doesn't feel real. It feels like you're in a theme park of some kind, and I think that atmosphere makes people lower their guard and just want to have fun with whatever they're doing, which is what you do in a regular theme park. But this isn't a theme park. You got to keep your head screwed on straight and respect Mother Nature. Everything you see here is Mother Nature. None of it's man-made, and you got to keep that in mind when you're out here and not just throw caution to the wind and just do whatever you want. So, yeah. I mean, that should go without saying, but I mean, this place is packed right now and we are seeing a large abundance of stupidity.
Very.
Be warned.
And if you don't believe us, look on the internet and watch videos of people getting injured by animals on video, or read the articles on people that got injured or killed in the geysers and pools. So this is real stuff, this is real danger. It may be beautiful, but nature may be beautiful, but nature is dangerous as well.
Okay. Feels like there was something else we were supposed to mention.
Well, we can always come back if there's more.
I can't think of anything else right now.
We'll come back with more tips if we can think of anything more.
Yep, right now we're heading over to the West Thumb, so that's going to be next on our list here.
We'll see you then.
You're probably not going to hear anything that I'm saying, but this is a panning shot of Yellowstone Lake. Shannon and I have been driving by this every day this week. In the last 4 to 8 years, I thought I would get out and do a panning shot of the lake. I'm very glad that I waited, because it's the first time here. Since we got here, you can actually see all the other side of the lake over there. It feels like you're in an ocean
so this is West Thumb that we're going to be doing here. A little overview of what we're going to be seeing here.
Very windy today.
Very windy.
Hey, look at the lake beyond.
Yeah, I might get some, like, go out there and get some footage of that too.
Yeah.
But after 7 days on our trip, we finally found a hidden Mickey. Thank you, baby Jesus. Alright, this one's called the Abyss. Hopefully this shows up on camera, but this thing is super deep.
See the cave in there. Pretty windy, so the water's rippling a little bit.
The backdrop isn't too bad either. Got a nice clearer view of the lake. Mm-hmm.
Guardians who were right because the government said
This one's called the Black Pool. It's about as clear as the last one.
Oh, wait for the wind to stop.
Cool.
Seeing it.
We got this little one over here. The path doesn't let us go out and see all these. It's quite over there. Distance that we actually can't even get to. The path doesn't go in that direction. Man, oh man. So this sucker's called the Big Cone. Right on the edge of the lake. You can see the green in the lake around this area from sulfur deposits, I'm assuming. Yeah, I never get tired of looking at this lake. The views around here are incredible. Oh yeah, and the scenery's not bad. This is the Lakeshore Geyser. Still on our West Thumb. It's pretty bubbly. So we're on the far bank of West Thumb at this point. We've got this little bay area here. It's so windy out right now. The wind is actually blowing the water across the lake and mixing. I don't know if this is going to show up on camera or not, but it's really, really cool. We've got this thing over here that's like pitch black, which is also yeah. That's how hard the wind is blowing, though. It's actually sending the waves rather than vice versa. So this one's called the Seismograph Pool. It's pretty awesome. It's got like two little sections to it.
That part seems to go under like that way.
Uh-huh. I don't know if I can get that on camera or not. You can almost see to the bottom of the pool here. Same pool, different angle. It's much better.
My shadow's dancing.
So we're here at the Thumb Paint Pots. One of the cooler things we've seen at West Thumb so far, for sure. I don't know if this is showing up on video or not, but you can actually see like the water bubbling.
Mud bubbles.
Like little mud bubbles, you know.
Yeah, the big one over there.
Really cool looking.
Cone over here.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of little cones. I see the bubbles.
Yeah.
this one over here that looks like an itty bitty little volcano. This sucker's probably only like a foot high.
Hey, if you look out there, there's a bubble that bubbles right up next to it. See it?
Mm-hmm. Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
Still in West Thumb. This one's called Surging Spring. Just as a side note, if your time in Yellowstone is limited, a lot of the stuff we're seeing here is the same stuff we saw in Norris, although the trail is smaller with a better view. So if you've got a time crunch, you could probably skip Norris and just come here instead and see some fancy things with a little bit less time. This one's called the Collapsing Pool. Lots of bubbles coming from this one too. Several underwater geysers that are feeding at once. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Really neat. I have little bubbles from underneath.
We're heading back to the car at this point, and came across Painted Pool here towards the end of the trail. So we are now at Black Sands Basin and came across this little bad boy right out of the parking lot. Here's the cliff geyser. It looks like it's erupting, not sure. Since we don't know what it normally looks like, but it's definitely doing something. Woo!
Nice. Very beautiful colors here.
Yeah, this one should be a pretty quick walk. Still on the trail of Black Sands. This is the Emerald Pool. All sorts of cool colors here. There's another cool little geyser that's been bubbling like crazy the whole time we've been here. Get some shots of that. Okay, this is the Rainbow Pool. Unfortunately, there's no elevated viewpoint for this one, so I'll leave the camera. But this one looks pretty awesome. Wish we could see it, but it is beautiful. So we're at the end of the trail here, and this is Sunset Lake. This thing is huge. This Black Sands geyser area is excellent. The parking lot all the way out, and very, very gradual slopes. This is a great place to hang out. So we're at Spouter Geyser here, still at Black Sands. And we got this little bugger here right by the parking lot. You literally just lean over and look at it from the sidewalk. Making all sorts of funky noises, like somebody's trying to unclog a toilet.
There's water over there.
And then we got this one over here that's been going crazy the whole time we've been here. Like a massive sauna going on. Well, not a sauna, but a hot tub. Or somebody's turned up the bubbly too high.
Very beautiful landscape. You see all the way out
Yep.
there, and the trees out there.
Yep, I'm getting all that in the video shot. Oh, and I guess there's one more viewpoint over there too. Let's go check that one out. Alright, so this is the last thing to look at Black Sands. This is the opalescent pool. Looks really, really cool.
Beautiful.
It goes all the way over. Looks like it was actually formed from Mr. Buckley at the top of the hill there that we just saw. Flowing down into here. Yeah.
Colors are
And
really
it goes
neat.
all the way over here, right back up to the side of the road.
Very neat.
Yeah, pretty awesome colors in that one. So I lied. We got one more at Black Sands. This one is called the Stand Back Pool. This one's actually pretty cool. Looks like a little arrowhead. And it goes really deep down there.
There's a little cave in there. So neat.
Pretty awesome. So we're starting to head back to the cabin at this point, and just taking as many detours as we can along the way, since this is our last day here. This is Kepler Cascades. No trail, no nothing, just a viewpoint from the parking lot. So all you got to do is get out of your car, walk 10 seconds, and you get to see this.
Amazing.
So that was time well spent.
It's not very well marked from the road. It just looks like a pull off after Old Basin going south.
Yeah, going south there's no signs at all. Going north there's one tiny little sign, and it doesn't even tell you what it's really out here. So this is it, Kepler Cascades. Fantastic. Even the birds around here just don't seem to really care about people. This is no zoo. This guy is literally like 5 feet from me. Doesn't look like he's gonna let me get any closer. Hey, buddy.
Very beautiful. A pretty bird. A pretty bird.
Yeah, the animals around here are definitely in a league of their own. So we went back to the car, and they followed us.
I'm eating. This is mine.
Just hanging around right outside the car door.
This is my food. I'm not supposed to feed you. Not allowed. Not allowed. Right there.
They're gonna be mad if you don't give them something. What are you gonna give? Give them a gun bearer?
Oh.
Boy, they ate that in a hurry.
All right, that's it.
Still heading back towards the cabin along Yellowstone Lake. And we ran into a flock of elk. Grazing over here. There's a couple more over here, but I'm probably not going to be able to get those on camera from here.
Down there, but
We've got this little baby one right here. And then we've got the ass of another one right there. But yeah, this one's our best shot for the day so far.
yes, very cute. Little elk eaten by the roadway here. On the way home on our last day, and we got to see some of the bison right on the road. Ah!
But it's a big boy.
Yeah, he's a very big boy. Got another one in the trees there. Ah!
See you guys in the morning, hopefully.
Yep, see you later, guys.